This is Tom Fox, and I'm going to take a solo turn this week on the Kerrville Weekly News. Our first story comes to us from Louis Amstoy over at The Lead, and he laid out the strategies that shaped KPUB's, or Kerrville Public Utility Board's, attempts, I guess attempts is the right word, to build a power plant to bring reliable power to Kerrville. KPUB has applied for state-backed loans to build a $155 million natural gas power plant that would generate about 122 megawatts of power. KPUB is still early in finding out if it can receive the low-interest loan, and KPUB wants to maintain an all-of-the-above strategy for providing power to Kerrville and Kerr County. This would include solar and wind sources and natural gas, most importantly. Natural gas is a critical component of the state's energy future, and by having all three and perhaps even battery storage, KPUB would be able to provide service for residents of Kerr County. The economic data for Texas says the economy is is okay, but apparently it's much different on the ground, according to a new report out from Wallet Hub. Found that 11 Texas cities among the top 22 cities in the U.S. have the most outstanding debt. So when you have that much debt, that's never a good thing to have. Interestingly, contrasting itself with KPUB, Kerr County Commissioner's Court appears to not be in favor of, and indeed will try to stop, a battery storage facility in Kerrville. They claim that this will be antithetical to the business community of Kerrville, and it will not help Kerrville in any way if there's a power outage, because, of course, the batteries will only go for 24 hours, and, of course, there's always the chance of fire. Next up, for the fourth year in a row, the Museum of Western Art has been recognized as one of the top art museums in the West by True West magazine. This year, Kerrville was found to be second place. Daryl Beecham, executive director of the museum, expressed immense pride in receiving this prestigious award. He said, to be honored by one of the leading Western magazines in the country for excellence in art is a true honor. Beecham also noted that having this distinction has brought many more visitors to Kerrville.
This is Tom Fox. I hope you enjoyed this edition of the Kerrville Weekly News Roundup. This podcast is a production of the Texas Hill Country Podcast Network. If you've enjoyed this podcast, I hope you will subscribe or rate and review this podcast wherever great podcasts are listened to. I hope you'll join Gilbert, Andrew, and myself next week, where we take a look at some of the top stories from Kerrville and the surrounding Hill Country area. Thanks so much for listening.